Good morning, everyone. Well, what do we have here? Let's see. It's a Masterbilt. Masterbilt by Epiphone. I borrowed this. Thought I'd show it to you. And just off the bat, opening up the case today, I noticed that the strings are all corroded. Hasn't been played in a while. So why don't we take a listen to it and hear what this solid wood Masterbilt has to give. Well, I'm sitting here with my morning coffee. Got my Cowboy Cafe cup. And by the way, this cup is from Sheridan, Wyoming. And if you're ever in that area, you got to go to this cafe. They have the best blackberry pie. It's homemade. It was just fantastic. It was just a really nice cafe to visit. So I have here today the Epiphone Masterbilt, the DR-400MCE. This one's made in 2018 in China. And as you know, the Masterbilt is a solid wood guitar, solid spruce on top, solid mahogany on the back and sides. This is a Dreadnaught. And it's interesting because this Dreadnaught's a little bit bigger than the standard Dreadnaught like that you'd see with Martin. In fact, when you measure the bout out, it's almost 16 inches. It's just about 1/8 of an inch under. So it is a little bit wider. And the depth of this is 4 3/4, which is pretty standard for a Dreadnaught. You see I have this going out to a wireless system. This is wireless Bose. Yeah, and it does have a pickup in it. They call it the Shadow, I think is what it's called. I'm not really sure. I'm not familiar with the brand Shadow, but it does have a two-band. It's mounted inside here in the sound hole. It sounds really good. Listen to that. Listen to the ring. Now, this thing has old strings on it. When I first opened up the case, as you saw in the beginning, those strings just popped out to me as needing to be changed. They were obviously changed at one time from when it was new, but I have a feeling it just sat after that. In fact, this guitar doesn't even look like it was played much, but it's worthy of being played. It is an amazing sound. That's just beautiful. Yeah, it has a 25.5 inch scale, so that's pretty standard. The nut is 1.69, so it's a slimmer fingerboard that seems to taper up, and it feels good. I really like that because I can reach around and grab with my thumb when I'm playing. Okay, so let me just take this back to my shop, and let's hear what it sounds like when I bring it back. Well, I'm here in my little work area and took the strings off and found that the nut had actually come loose and it was kind of shifted over, which could have made that difference on that E string. So also, I'm thinking that the gauge strings used was not the same gauge string that was used when the manufacturer, they used a 5312. So I decided what I'm going to do is go with the same setup, 5312, D'Addario's, and I'm not going to make any changes on the truss rod. And then we're going to see if that makes a difference. I just don't want to touch anything until I'm really sure. It's not something you do lightly. So you can see inside here how beautiful that is in there, how clean. These are very well built instruments. They sure sound beautiful. Okay, so let me get these strings on and I'll put a conditioner. I like to use these, they stink really bad, but I like to use their fretboard conditioner, and for this it's a satin finish, so I got a little dust on the bottom of that to polish it up. And I'll put I'll go over the frets with an eraser, fret eraser, to kind of clean those up a little bit, and we'll be ready to go again. Well, I'm back. This guitar sounds great. I think the string change and the string gauge made a big difference. I think the string gauge on the last set was a little bit lighter than this. These are 5312s. They may have been 11s on there. And in doing so, we picked up that little buzz on the E string. But that seems to be gone away with the heavier, even with being in drop D. I did check the relief, checked it once it was in standard tuning. And even not in standard tuning, you can hear it. It's got a little play left in it. So just having the strings right. So when you change your strings, you change. You might have to make other adjustments if you change the gauge of your strings. You can't just move from one gauge to the other and expect the guitar to play the same way. It doesn't. So I think we got it right. We set it up to the factory's gauge, and it just plays beautiful, and it sounds awesome. It's got big sound, clean. All the way up the fingerboard. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are in this world.